What is up, everyone? Welcome to Ecom and Beyond. Today we have a special guest, Redneck Resale. And of course, we have Pittsburgh in the house. Anthony, what is up, man?
What up?
Thank you all for being here. It's going to be a really awesome show. The first person in the chat today is Cajun Reseller. What is up? Simply Dana, Cajun Root Reseller. What's going on? We have Glenn in the house. What up, Swamp Picker? The 10 o'clock phone call by Anthony.
It never fails. Legit never fails.
Reseller man, what's up? Good morning. KJ with them Steeler hearts, you know it. Kelly, the Ecom Mom Ward. Good morning. Michelle Lathan, what is up? Nikki T, she gave me some luck last night with the Zion card I pulled.
She sure did.
We have Brittany Brands in the house. What is up? And that is it so far. So if I missed you just get into the chat. Please say what's up. And
Michelle Lathan's here as well. We got Jimmy, infamous stacker, a.k.a. the man behind Nate's hat.
You know it.
Got Kevin in the house. Never Ending Saga. Appreciate you being here, Kevin. Simply Dana, good morning. Got Swamp Picker in the house. He's already hit estate sale today. But they didn't have a whole lot. We got Bill Stoner with us. What's up, Bill? Bill's going to be with us on Saturday. Tomorrow, actually. Dang. This week has flown. He's going to be with us tomorrow on my channel, 3 p.m. Eastern, when we go live for the twice a month Ecom and Beyond auction. So definitely, guys, want to make sure you come out for that. There's going to be some epic lots.
You know it. OSP in the house. What up, OSP?
What's up, Chris? Good to see you, bud.
He said, hello, Nate and Anthony, and my favorite redneck duo.
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah.
Well, I want to know who's the bigger redneck?
Good question.
I ain't got no idea. I don't think what's that song? I'm more rednecker than you.
I like that rednecker.
We got your best on the show. What up?
Yeah, she was our special guest yesterday. If you haven't seen that, make sure you go back and check it out. She was a wonderful guest, and definitely suggest you guys go check her out if you haven't already. You got Seesaw Flips in the house. He says Walmart's restocked on Mosaic. Guess who's running out as soon as this show's over then?
We got No Money G in the house. What up, bud?
This guy's ready to take the show on the road.
CS the Sales, good morning.
Hey, Lisa.
And I think
Eric in the house, OBX picker. What up, man?
And I think that is it. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate you. So today our special guest is Redneck Resale. They're a new YouTube creators for me, and really awesome to start to get to know them and everything. So I figured let's bring them on the show. Let's have a really awesome interview with them. So if you want to give everyone a little rundown intro about what you do and everything.
Sure would. So I'm Colton and she's Courtney. We've been reselling full time since January of 2019, and we recently moved up from Florida. We sell on eBay, Amazon, and Poshmark. And yeah, that's what we do. We find junk. We're not a niche reseller. We sell anything and everything we can make money on. Don't matter what it is, as long as it's legal. And yeah, that's what we do. We just flip stuff for a living, and we love every minute of it. And then in January, we decided to create a YouTube channel just to kind of share our journey, you know what I mean? Show what we're doing, what we're buying, what we're selling, how we're handling eBay, you know, that kind of deal.
As well as our funny clips.
Yeah. Make people laugh. That's what we're here for.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, anytime you're giving out good info and you bring some of that laughter into the mix, it makes for an awesome video. So
definitely,
I know a lot of people will definitely appreciate that for sure.
You know,
the house, we got Buying Space. What's up? Good to see you.
Myra's in the Heezy, and she did ask. She said, "Are you okay with this video?" Heck yeah, I'm okay with that video. Anytime someone wants to read the word of the Lord, I'm all fired up for that video. So heck yeah. So that video that Myra just dropped a link for, if anybody is interested in, reading the word, check that out.
You got Dan, the man, the IT man in the house. What up? Good morning.
What up, Dan?
Thrifting Goombo, what is up? You got Frank, a stroke of luck. Good morning. What up, Kim? Nice to see you.
Yeah, I feel like Dan is like the man behind the magic of YouTube now, because like all of the awesome pictures that like most of us like know and love, Dan is like the creator of those. So gonna definitely throw some props out to my homie Dan M, the IT man.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, I mean, he definitely loves to keep us filled with some great ammo with different pictures.
He sure does.
Yeah, different things. Sometimes he gets me pretty good, like with the Kevin Hart. That was pretty good. Or Ronnie Hart. Is it Ronnie Hart? No, not Ronnie Hart. I don't know. One of the Harts.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ronnie Hart is the reselling Hart.
So your best you asked, what got you guys into reselling?
Well, whenever I was in the military, we were watching TV and we seen Storage Wars. This was back in 2009.
Forever ago.
And we started buying storage units just because we thought it was cool. And then did that for a little bit. And then after that, we moved back here and I used all my stuff I bought in the storage units to open up a thrift store here. And we did that for about a year. And then I went to college, so we shut the shop down and was in college for 4 years. And one day, randomly, I was on the YouTube and I seen a Rally Roots video of them selling on eBay. So I thought, man, that's what we need to do. There ain't nobody going to buy that junk. So we went out and we tried it, and we bought a few things, a couple of DVD, VCR combos, and threw them up online. And within hours, they were, selling hot then. And it sold, and that's what made us get back into it. So
just kind of took us off from there.
Yeah, been full throttle ever since that video, and we did that.
Yeah, I remember jumping in and watching the video and seeing like someone making money at Goodwill just buying like a shirt or whatever. And I was like, the profit from that to that is just amazing.
Yeah,
and that's kind of how I took off too. Like it was just like a shock to me. Like you can really make a lot of money doing this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like I never could have really understand that there's so much money out there to be made like that, and it's been just an amazing journey so far.
What better way to make a living than buying and selling junk? I mean, I love it.
Absolutely,
love every packet of it.
And you can do it at your own pace too. So
right.
Yeah, reselling is definitely one thing that depending on how much you put into it is how much you get out of it. Sometimes, you know what I mean,
exactly.
And that's good, and it could be bad depending on how your drive and your work ethic is.
Hey, Nate, will you throw up OSP's thing there? He only needs 6 subs to get to 500. If you guys could show OSP some love, I would greatly appreciate it. He's one of those really awesome guys in this community. He definitely deserves it. He supports everyone. I can't tell you how many creators he's put me up on just because he sent me a private message saying, "Hey, this guy does good content. You should go show him some love or whatnot." You know what I mean? So he's always working behind the scenes to help a whole bunch of different people. So if you guys would help get him over 600, I'd greatly appreciate that this morning. And also, while you're at it, make sure you guys are subscribed to our guest this morning. Their link is not only in the chat, but it is in the description as well of the video. So would love it if you guys would show them some love this morning as well.
OSP says they need 6 subs.
Oh, they need 6 subs. Okay. Well, sub to OSP too, but they need 6 subs to get to 600. Oh, you guys are definitely getting 600 today.
Yeah, Chris said he's trying to get over 600 by the end of the month.
So let's get you both over 600. Let's do it. Where are you at, Chris? Is he close?
Yeah, he's not that far off.
Tell you what, if they both get to that 600 by the end of this show, I'll give away another Funko Pop today. And I'll let you guys pick out of the box of freeness.
That's
So
awesome.
that's a good little incentive for you guys. You get another Funko out of the box of freeness.
MSP's at 554.
Thank you, KJ. Got Frank at 497.
Nice, Frank.
You know, that's one thing I love about this community. It's the most supportive area I've been in. You know, my life. Everybody's wanting to help everybody. There's so much love in this reselling community. And if you ever have a question, there's 10 people there ready to answer it.
500.
Man, that's
500. That is what's up.
That is
Congratulations, guys.
awesome. Yeah, thank you all for that.
And we'll probably be doing a giveaway too.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
It is.
Johnny said that he got back home from a state sale I was in and out the house in about 20 minutes, spent 300 and total of 3 Kia bags and a large filled box. That is awesome. Hey, Scooter Renee, welcome. Thank you for being here. So, what is one of the things that you guys really get excited about when you find like for me, it's like of course the video game stuff, or I like shoes. I really like finding like Nikes. Like if I really could probably be a collector, I'd probably be a sneakerhead. Like because I love the Jordans and the different like Air Maxes and stuff. Like what is something that maybe not everyone likes to find, but you like to find, or what is your favorite thing to find?
Probably would be new items. Anything new old stock type deals.
Mm-hmm.
Love finding that stuff.
I'm a book person.
Yeah, she loves books.
So
if she can find a storage locker full of books,
I'll be in hog heaven
all day long.
Did she like scan in for Amazon with for books and stuff like that, or is it mostly for?
No, she likes to get authors all the same run a series of books and then sell the whole series at once.
But if I haven't read, I normally read them and then sell them.
That's awesome. Yeah, I never thought about something like that, to be honest. Like like how you said it.
Yeah, we got books everywhere, and she'll hold out until she gets everyone in the series and then sell them all at once. And we found that when you do that, you'll generally get 20 to 25% more than selling them each individually.
It just takes a little bit longer for them to sell because you're finding every one of them.
Yeah, definitely. So your best shoe ass, as a reselling couple, there is one that prefers sourcing and the other one prefers listing.
I do just about all the listing, except on Poshmark. She handles Poshmark, but as far as eBay and Amazon stuff, I handle most of that.
Unless it's clothes, and then I do the clothes, and he just copies and pastes them.
Hate clothes. Hate clothes.
Yeah, I hate clothes too.
Yeah, we both love sourcing. I mean, we do just about everything we do together, whether we're out buying, retail items or we're out at garage sales. We're both there scanning, doing the same thing. I mean, we kind of help each other out in the aspect of we both, put in the same work.
Definitely.
Myra is asking, where do you list the books that you buy?
eBay.
Awesome.
I do put some on Poshmark, depending on the series and how many books there are, because they pay up to £5, and if you go to 10, you have to upgrade the label. Therefore, it costs more. So I normally just list singles or no more than like 3 or 4 books on Poshmark.
I have noticed though that the books sell for more on Poshmark than they do on eBay, and even Amazon, because Amazon, a lot of the book sets we sell are really high ranking,
Mm-hmm.
and so we'll throw them up on Poshmark, and it don't take long for them to sell move on there.
That's awesome.
want to say hello to a few people that jumped in the chat. Kid Collector, really appreciate you coming back. Thanks for being here. Flipping Accountants in the house. What is up, Justin? He's going to be our guest on Wednesday, so you guys definitely want to make sure you come and check that out. Really excited to showcase him to the community as well. Let's see. A few more people jumped in chat here.
You got Phoenix Flippers. Matt, what's up?
Matt,
Nice
what's
to
up,
see you.
man? Good. Ciosa Sales in the house as well. Appreciate you being here, Lisa. And I think that's everyone. Unless I missed you, you can say something. But definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. Michael's here, Thrifting Goomba. Appreciate you being here as well.
I seen that Nikki T said, Pittsburgh, is it bad that I just kicked Rev out to go find cards?
Yeah, not at all. That's what I said in the chat. Not at all. You need to get them cards, especially if Walmart just restocked that mosaic. You need to run and get it. Like I said, I'm half tempted to like just hop on my phone for the rest of this show and just hit up like every Walmart Target in the area. So
yeah, I had them actually look, which was some of them would like literally put up a fight about it, but then most of them were pretty cool about it. You just got to basically tell them like, hey, they're in the front of the store right next to the self checkout, and they'll look or whatever.
Are y'all opening the boxes or just selling them unopened?
I just bought 2 boxes from Seesaw Flips, who's a viewer of our show, and I opened up 2 blaster boxes that he gave me a pretty solid deal on. I got them for $50 a piece. They usually go for upwards of close to 70 or so, maybe even a little more, maybe depending on like how bad the drought is going with them. And I pulled the Zion yesterday out of the 1 box and a couple other good cards. So I definitely at least made my money back, if not made a few bucks. So just being able to get a Zion is pretty cool, because if I wanted to hold on to it, I can just send it into PSA or something and get more money out of it as well.
They said they open all the boxes they get.
Kid Collector asks, what are good packs to get from Target?
anything basketball. Like right now, if you can find basketball, the awesome thing is you can open them and you can find cards that are like really expensive, or you can even just take the actual pack sealed. Like say you find a blaster box, you can resell the entire blaster box for 4 times what you pay for it at Target or Walmart on eBay. So either way, anything basketball is great to get. Some sets that are popular though across any sport would be anything Prism, anything Optic. Those are like 2 of like the really big ones. Obviously Mosaic is like a really, really hot set right now, and that's going to be short printed. So if you can find anything Mosaic, you definitely want to pick that up, because like people are just spending crazy amounts of money on that right now.
So you guys have done you guys have sold on Amazon as well, correct?
Yes.
So how long have you been on that platform?
Since August of last year.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's, as everyone knows, I'm like the big person who likes Amazon a lot. And
Did
really
you upload your picture, Nate?
What's that? Oh,
Guru
the
picture?
Guru? I don't think I did.
Dude, you need to have that though, dude. That's got to become a staple.
Actually,
We had Dan M get the Guru Pitka from the Love Guru. Put a little pirate's hat on him for Nate. Made him the Amazon Guru.
I forgot to save it. 1 second.
He's slacking, guys.
I don't know how many pictures I can have uploaded at once.
Nate went like OG too with the Jason Static shirt this morning, man. Props.
Right.
Dude, I think you were wearing that. There it is. Nate Dizzy, the Amazon Guru.
I gotta bust out the updated LL Stash one that I just found in from.
That's epic. AKA LL Stash.
Dude, he got like a bandage on his knee. Like he was getting it in. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That big flying mane he had. Sheesh.
Yeah, that's a young Larry Lafferty.
I seen that card. I'm like, who better than that? That looks like is Larry. That's got to be Larry right there.
Yep,
And that was awesome.
definitely.
So a lot of people, I know you guys said you do books on Amazon. I mean, not Amazon. You guys do books on eBay. I do a little bit of books on Amazon. Do you guys have you guys got any wholesale accounts or anything like that? Or
No,
have you
no,
just
we
been
haven't.
doing like OA?
Yeah, we've been was hitting up RA real hard back when we first started, and made some pretty good money up through to about January, and then kind of slowed down a little bit, and we started doing the YouTube, and our focuses was starting to change just a little bit, and then this pandemic hit, so we
Yeah.
haven't done really anything this whole year so far, except for
Couple books.
back before like I was telling you earlier, back before the pandemic started, we got a huge lot of cough medicine. We had no idea about the coronavirus when we bought it. You know, it was just Walmart was clearancing down all their stuff, so we got like over 200 bottles of this stuff and just set it in, you know, expecting it to sit. And then all this coronavirus hit, so that was really awesome for us.
Yeah, that's the power of Amazon that it attracts me so much to it. You know what I mean? Like it just.
Oh, the sells. I mean, the sell through on that stuff is so quick on just about everything. If you watch your rankings, you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so much faster.
Chris the Goose is in the house. What is up, man? Good to see you. Brittany has a question for you guys. She would like to know what's the biggest disagreement you've had reselling together, if any.
Probably when we first started, and man, I was going out when we first started last year. I was going out buying everything. We were operating out of our house at the time, and we lived in a tiny house down in Florida. And I ended up like our living room became like our warehouse. Like I was putting up folding tables right in the middle of our living room, had big lights, you know, and barrels everywhere and boxes. And
I guess the worst thing about it at that time was when he would wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and start packing orders. So all you hear is the tape gun at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
That's probably our biggest disagreement we've had.
I used to do that all the time. I'd be so gung-ho when I first started reselling. Anytime my phone would cha-ching, I'd get so excited I'd run downstairs and start packing orders. And now it's like to the point where it's like I've become so accustomed to it. I just like, okay, yeah, I'll get that in the morning. But yeah, I used to do the exact same thing regardless of what time of day it was. It was like, ooh, an order. You know? And I'd run downstairs, I'd pull it and pack it, and I'd be all excited. I'd bring it upstairs, I'd set it by the door ready to go out the next day. And
when we first started, you know, like everybody, I was buying junk that wasn't going to sell ever, you know. So our house was filled up with all this crap, basically.
And then our shed got filled up with all this crap.
But then I started getting better, and she was like, we're not going to make any money at this, you know, where you're just filling up clutter and everything and spending all our money. And then after about a month or so, I figured out how to look at the sell-through rates and figure out what I needed to buy, you know, and not just buy everything. And from then on out, she seen we could make some good money at it. She got on board with it, and we just been rolling since. But
Brittany,
yeah,
sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine. I was up using that tape gun at 3 o'clock though, and she was getting real mad at me.
Because you woke the kids up.
Super mad.
Man after my own heart.
Hey, good morning to Alan, CDO Picker. What is up? Nice seeing you. That was probably one of the things that my wife and me probably had a good fight about every once in, especially every Amazon order, because there's no way I'm starting an Amazon order and stopping at 3 o'clock in the morning, because when you're doing the boxes and everything, you got to figure out what you put in that box, if there's any expiration dates. There's a bunch of labels you have to print at the end. I mean, you don't want to stop like midway through, because that's how you make mistakes, or maybe you lose stickers, especially in my house with my kids. My kids will see stickers like, oh, stickers, and I'll just start putting on the walls. And then next, I'm like, where are my stickers at? And then I'm like, well, how many? Then I literally have to go through every box and figure out what I have left. So like, there's no way possible that I'm ever stopping an Amazon order. I don't care if it's like 3 o'clock in the morning or not. If I'm at the uh, the point of no return or no stopping. That's basically what I'm just going to go through. And that was one thing that the wife would get extremely mad about. I'd be in the living room, or literally like when I was upstairs doing the show in our like bedroom / storage room. She would get so mad. She was like, "Dang, stop it. You're going to wake the kids up." I'm like, one more piece.
My wife would stab me in the face if my bedroom was our / storage room. When I first started reselling full time, our dining room / living room was the like storage / space. Like, because I would just like, I had cabinets and stuff in there that I would just like stuff full of stuff, and then it got to the point where everything was just like spilling out, and our house looked like a hoarder lived there. And she was like, literally, if you don't take this stuff down to the basement, I'm gonna put it like out for trash. So that's the story of how I became a basement dweller, guys.
Yeah, for me, it just was needing the space, needing my stuff. If I set it somewhere, it's going to be there when I come home, type of thing. Because with the kids, if it's in reach, you know, it has to be put up. So whatever it is, from money to my vape stuff, I mean, anything, it always had to be like literally like on top of a shelf or something. Like if it was something of value, because you know it was under siege from the little ones. So I always had to protect myself there. Brittany asked you what's your best sale so far this year?
So far on, I would say eBay would be a snow cone machine we sold for like 400 shipped.
Nice. How long did that take to sell?
Well, I sold it one time. I listed it. It sold within 2 or 3 days. Mailed it out. The guy said it didn't work, and this was right at the time the pandemic was hitting. Sent it back and plugged it in. Worked perfectly. You know, I'm thinking he had to shut his business down, couldn't afford it, so he just returned it.
Right.
So I relisted it, and it sold for like $125 more the second time.
Nice.
And yeah, so it was like a day and a half.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good.
Want to say what's up to RK Treasure Center. Appreciate you being here.
Hey, Roy.
What up? Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
Just
Kelly.
me, Kathy, in the house. What is up?
Good morning, Kathy. Nice to see you.
Got a question here from Eric, OBX Picker. He says, what's one thing you guys bought that was a great deal for flipping that you decided to keep?
Probably N64s.
Yeah, I got a shelf up here of 2 in the box with a bunch of inbox games and probably 80 loose games and
That's awesome.
6
man.
more systems in the back, and we give like nothing for this stuff, like for
That is
everything, less than $100, you know.
I've been on the hunt for 64 for a while now, and I've been like telling myself, this is the year I'm going to find one at a garage sale. That's not going to be like $200 or something insane. And of course, we had the shortened garage sale season this year, so hopefully I still get my goal of finding one. That's for sure.
Dude, I wish I would have known you wanted one. I just sold 3 on Macari like 2 months ago.
Literally, whenever you told me you sold them, that was when I was like starting to really like hunt for them. So it was like,
yeah,
I guess it's kind of like bad timing
with the N64, so I have a hard time selling them.
Yeah.
That's one of the games I grew up playing, you know.
But when you have 7 of them, you kind of just, okay, it's enough.
Here goes that disagreement.
Yeah, for sure. I'm the same way. Even in our house is like literally looks like Walt Disney threw up everywhere because my wife is such a huge Disney freak. But the one thing I have is like I have some Steelers stuff, but then I have like a bookshelf that is set up in our dining room that is every single Nintendo system ever made on it, except for the Virtual Boy, which is like the unicorn I'm looking for at garage sales and like estate sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I will not let myself buy that at full price, especially because it's like a terrible system. But I just have to have every single Nintendo.
Yeah.
Kelly Ecom Mom Ward says, my kids have learned anything that comes in the house, is this for us or is this for you to sell? That's literally exactly how my kids are, because they always say, Daddy, how come you sell all the toys? I'm like, I don't sell a lot of toys, but I sell a few toys. don't sell mine. I want to play with mine. I'm like,
Or
as
you
you
find something
clean
new
'em.
and your kids want it.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. It's funny. Like my kids, like I have three kids. Two of them that are really close in age, and so sometimes I'll just buy two of the same toys so they don't have to fight. But that doesn't work because there's three of them, and literally like all three of them want to play with the same toy at the same time. So I'll even go to the store and buy that toy that I have two of at home that they're using. And that will be at the store, and they're trying to rip it apart. And I'm like, no, that's for daddy. I need that. Like that's selling for $100 right now. I need that. So that happened the other day at Target. They were trying to rip apart something. I'm like, no, that is not for play. It was a big score. Like there was no way I could just toss that up. So literally, I have to like keep like my buggy, house buggy, unless we find crazy amount of stuff. Because they'd be all up in it. Hey, good morning to Flipping Goodies. What up, Mike? Nice to see
Mike.
you.
Yeah, anytime my daughter comes in the shop here, I guarantee she can find 15 things she wants to carry home with her.
I'm sure.
And then she'll take it home if it's something that's not really worth nothing, and then she'll never play with it.
That's exactly how it is. They'll cry that they want it, and then they'll actually give in once in a blue moon. Like if it's something that's originally for resale and it's new, every once in a while I'll give in and be like, here, go ahead. And then I'll go upstairs like the next day, and it'll be laying there like either broken or not even getting like looked at or whatever. And I'm like, see, I said I should have just kept that on my shelf because now look, it's destroyed, or you guys aren't even playing with this. And yeah, you gotta love it though. Gotta love the kids.
Yeah.
What's up, Sam?
Tiger? Good to see you.
KJ likes your use of buggy. I just typed in the chat Pittsburgh East for the win.
You know what?
Nikki T has a question. She would like to know what your guys' favorite activity is outside of like reselling, picking, that kind of stuff.
We don't have any activities outside of reselling. It takes up all the time. We both like to hunt and fish. And
nice.
Hunting season ain't in. Maybe go fishing somewhere, and then when it gets too cold to fish, we hunting somewhere.
Or we go hiking sometimes, but
yeah,
that's cool. How did you two meet?
What do you say?
How did you two meet?
I was working at the Piggly Wiggly as a bag boy in high school, and she was sitting outside selling. What was you selling? Wasn't Girl Scout cookies?
I don't remember.
Selling something for the school band or something, and
nice.
Met her that way.
So you guys were high school sweethearts, huh?
Yeah, but we didn't go to high school together. She went.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she went to a different school.
It's awesome, though.
Yeah, it is.
That's forever.
So he walked up to you in his like Piggly Wiggly apron, and he started to spit. How did that go?
It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody around here. So.
How small is your town?
Population probably 900.
Yeah, that is pretty small.
Yeah. How many people was in your high school class?
I don't know.
Like 30. It's pretty tiny town. I mean, it's not very big at all. We just got a Walmart here a couple years ago.
And it's like the Holy Grail.
Many nights in that Walmart parking lot.
Let's say good morning to Alex, Fat Man the Flipper, and Justin Jacobs. What is going on? I see it. Justin said he's been on the around, headed to Dallas in 6 in the morning, 4.5 hours to go. So hope you have some safe travels.
Yep. Going to the land of the Grimes finds.
Arcade Treasure Center says, how many hours a day do you work for your business each day?
Here lately, not too much. Usually we try to work about, sometimes it's less as 4, and some days it's as much as 16. You know what I mean? It all depends on what we got going on that day. But I don't really try to put in like hours. I have like listing goals and things like a checklist of stuff I have to get done. And if it takes me 2 hours to get that stuff done, great. Move on to something else. But like we don't just 9 to 5 it. You know what I mean?
That's the
Myra
one
had,
thing.
sorry.
Good.
Yeah.
No, good.
I was just gonna say Myra had a question for him as well. She wants to know, what state are you in, and do you have any people who dislike your channel name?
I'm in Alabama, and I don't care if they dislike it or not.
I'm pretty sure that, like, people who like ascribe to being known as rednecks are like proud of that banner. You know what I mean? Like it's like a cool thing to them.
Nobody's told me they don't like it. You know what I mean? But it ain't like I can hide who I am. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I mean, if they dislike it, I mean, just don't. They probably would never tell me. I don't know if they do or not.
Yeah, I don't see that being like a thing where it's like being hateful to somebody else. That's just how you're describing yourself or whatever. So, I would.
Y'all cover rednecks that like to resell.
Right. I mean, you know, I don't got a problem with, you know, anything really, you know.
Yeah.
I just sell junk online, and we live in the middle of nowhere. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't say anything derogatory with it either. Like I said, I think a lot of people that ascribe to that style of living, like, kind of take that word as kind of like a badge of honor, you know?
Definitely. Yeah, living a double wide, you know, duct tape around the air conditioner.
Everybody's got a different definition of redneck, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm country, you know. Live out, you know, enjoy every minute of being outside, hunting, fishing, hiking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
Right.
Arcade Treasure said it's all about how you treat people. 1,000%.
Yeah, and you guys are the real deal too. I can tell that you guys are good, classy people.
I don't know about that classy. We good. I appreciate it, man. We try to be. I always believe in, you know, treat everybody how you want to be treated. You know,
for sure.
Golden rule.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Arcade Treasure says Colton has stock in duct tape.
You can never have too much duct tape.
However, this Gorilla tape came out. That's the new junk right there.
I definitely have used a roll or two of that stuff, that's for sure.
It's like in the hood, duct tape is the fix for everything, and Windex is the cleaner for everything.
Windex, that's all I use.
Hey, I want to say good morning to Jarhead Entrepreneur. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Those pieces, Colton and Courtney, are great people. Yeah, they are. I could tell. I've watched a few of their shows and stuff like that, and it jumped out of the screen to me that was the case. So that's why I was like, I got to get them to get on the show and come hang out with us and stuff like that. We really appreciate getting to know new people, and we love having guests on our show. So
I appreciate that, man. And when we started our YouTube channel, I didn't want to come on here and be something that I'm not. You know what I mean? And try to put on a persona to show you I'm doing something I'm not doing. I want the camera to be a fly on the wall in here, you know, and just give you a look into what we actually do, you know.
Or how many times I make a fool of myself, so.
For sure.
Just real people selling junk online.
For sure. I think it's really cool too, because I know as a viewer myself, I love watching certain channels just to like kind of see like what's going on day to day. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like Lonnie with shed flips. Like, man, like what's going on in that shed today? You know what I mean? Like, I like going in there and like watching. You know, like what you know, like what's happening today. So I think that's a pretty cool aspect to your channel that you just said there. And bringing people in and letting them be a part of like your actual life as it happens. Because I think as somebody who follows a creator, you get to a point where like you're not only like concerned about learning like what they do or how they do it, but you want to get to know more about the person too. So like I really enjoy when people kind of just let you into their like genuine life.
Right. Yeah, I love that kind of video. I don't like to sit in front of a computer, you know. I don't like to just show stuff like this. I like vlog type videos where I actually take the camera with me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not just in here, take it outside, just, you know, that kind of video. And,
Definitely, because like if someone like say myself when I was at the beginning or thinking about starting to resell, I want to know what's all in the reselling, not just the good and a little bit of the bad. I want to see the daily operations of, okay, well, what do you do first when you wake up? What do you do next? Like I brought that up to a bigger creator whenever I was fresh to YouTube and really learning with the community and stuff like that. Because like as a part-timer, like I'm a part-time reseller. I mean, I might do full-time hours, but you know, I'm really a part-time reseller. I want to know what a full day reselling looks like, because if I would take the jump, I don't want to jump into it and be like, oh, I can't do all that. That's too much, or you know, maybe it's too monotonous. You know, for me, my job can't be the same thing every day. So that's why I tried to make my business model like the way it is, where one day maybe it might be Amazon, one day it's eBay, one day it's, you know, maybe getting auction stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm able to do so many different things every day. So it's not the same old song and dance. And I just think that in itself, and the stuff that you find or scan and find or go to garage sale and find, that's what makes it just so much fun to me, because it's always a journey and a pleasure to go and find stuff and put it back into the world, and instead of going into the landfill.
I've learned that I'm learning stuff every day still, you know, what we're doing, how to streamline different things, make it go quicker, what we're spending too much time on. And a lot of our time, especially here lately, spent like cleaning stuff. You know, I mean, it seems like that's all we do is clean stuff and de-sticker stuff. You know? And I'm trying to get away from that. So now, like whenever I'm out and about, if I see something that looks like a VCR and it's dirty, generally I'm just gonna walk right past it because I don't want to put in the time to clean it. And you know, what is it saying? They say make profits, not projects.
Well, it depends. We'll look it up, and if it's worth it, even if it's dirty, I clean it.
But I mean, our days are so much the same every single day. Like we get up, we come over here, we pack our orders first, then we clean stuff, photo stuff, and then the rest of the day we're listing stuff, you know. And it's every day the same thing. So we try to, especially before this pandemic, in between our intervals, we'll go out to a thrift store, you know, or do something like that.
Rev says Redneck Resale always has something going on, and it's always enjoyable to watch.
Thanks, Rev.
Me and Rev have the same hate for de-stickering.
Yeah, de-stickering sucks, especially whenever it gets like all gunky on whatever you're pulling it off of.
Sometimes it'll get so like dried up on there that it actually becomes like paper on cardboard. Like there's no glue or residue between that anymore. I'll get a hot air gun and hit it with it, and it'll look like it just I had it in the fryer or whatever. It's just literally burning up in front of me, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that the box or is that the sticker still? So
epic super sticker. Speaking of stickers, you just got a Doo-Doo Brown super sticker.
Doo-Doo Brown.
Is that?
I don't see Doo-Doo. I can't see.
You got to look at it in YouTube. There's like literally like a smiling turd. It's awesome.
What?
It's a poop emoji.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. Thank you, Kathy, for sending that Doo-Doo Brown super chat.
we always like finding that, especially in the dumpsters.
Yep. Wouldn't that be funny? Like that's our big dumpster diving claim to fame, is that we found the Doo-Doo Brown.
We definitely need to.
The queen of the dumpster diving drops it.
We need the
Doo-Doo Brown emoji. Yeah,
we definitely got to give another hit or another whirl of that, because we can't just end on a Doo-Doo Brown note.
Yep. She says we needed. She says we needed some Doo-Doo Brown. Yeah, 43 minutes into the show and we haven't had any yet.
Right.
What's up, Aaron?
She stopped in. She said, I'm outsourcing. Just want to stop in and say hi. Hello, everyone. Thanks. We appreciate that, Aaron.
Hopefully you get some good stuff. Definitely be watching out for haul video.
Yeah. We did a Craigslist deal the day before yesterday, and I bought a bunch of speakers, but I'm starting to wonder if they're real or fake.
It was a sketchy deal to start with.
So now I got to figure out how to authenticate these things. They're TBI. Are y'all familiar with that brand?
No.
No, I don't think so.
So,
What is it? What type of item is it?
Speakers.
let me show you one.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody that's in the chat probably knows a good bit about it.
Watch me fall. These right here.
Huh.
They're some listed on eBay for like $400, you know.
Right.
So I know it's a good brand. I just don't know how to tell if they're real or fake. Or I bought probably 60 of these,
Nice.
and $200 for all of them. So I don't know. I wasn't gonna pass it up for $200, you know, until I can.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I mean, for that price, you could put them out at a garage sale or a flea market or something like that, and make your money and some on that probably.
Yeah.
You know. Hey, I want to say good morning to Blue Rhino Liquidation. Good morning. What's up, man? Brett wants to know, was that speaker purchased from the trunk of a car?
The tailgate of a truck, actually.
On the side of the road. On a sketchy back road.
In the dark.
Yeah.
With no cell service.
Oh, man. Hey, good morning, Matthew Jones. What's up? And Ken Dago says, was it a white van that had extra from a job site? Question
So,
mark.
I seen this Craigslist ad pop up, and it said he had 8 cases of these things, you know. So I called him up, and he said on the Craigslist ad, it said his name was Scott. So I said, "Hey, is this Scott?" And he said, "No. What do you want?" I said, "Well, I seen your number on a Craigslist ad." He said, "Oh yeah, I am Scott then." I said, "Okay, that's red flag number 1 right there, but." And we met up with him. He said he buys storage units, and this was in a lot of them. So I don't know. We'll see.
Craziest thing would have been when you called him and you didn't say, "Is this Scott?" and you just said hello. You'd ask him what his name was to infer, and he would have came up with something else. That's what it seemed like whenever you said, "Oh yeah, that's my name, Scott." Like, wait, your name's not really Scott, or are you just making this up, or what's going on?
It was definitely a crazy deal.
Bill says that I have seen those speakers sell for $50 new. So there you go. You sell 4 of them, you get your money back.
Yeah, I seen 2 of them sold on eBay for that price. So even at that price, I'm happy with it.
Oh yeah, because you said you had 60 of them. That's like a little more than $3 a piece you paid for those.
Right.
You can't go wrong with that. The only thing that would kind of stink would be depend on your space. I'm sure that takes up a nice, pallet size space.
He just over here, just hanging out.
They take up 3 shelves, so
Yeah.
nothing too bad.
Pittsburgh's having a premiere at 11:30. What? It's a fun show. Come enjoy it. After show party with a trip to the Goodwill.
You know it. And there may or may not be some cheesy pickup lines in there, folks. Because my wife came with me.
Let me click on this real quick. See what he got.
Here, let me pull up what did you drop?
Yeah, I seen those 2 that are on there like that, but the only ones that are listed right now are from Australia, and they're like, $300-$400, and I don't know if that company's bad at bureauing.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I would. I definitely would just throw them up and give it a shot. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they would.
There's none on Amazon except for like no sellers on the listing.
That might have been like a someone's private label from maybe a few years ago or something, possibly. You know what I mean?
These were 2006.
Oh yeah, that's probably what it was. Probably either that, like the person that had them that you bought them off of probably bought a pallet or 2 from Amazon, and they probably got all sent in one pallet or something like that, probably.
Well, I don't think he bought them. He was sketchy.
Well, maybe he
He may
He
have
found
stolen
them.
them from somebody.
yeah, he might have found them at a warehouse. Got them for 5 fingers.
Well,
Speaking of warehouse, OSP was asking, is it true that your warehouse is haunted?
Yes,
yes.
100%.
What?
Like what kind of stuff like happens in the warehouse?
Stuff flies off the shelf. I mean,
Stuff moves.
I was in here one day, and our barrels are on our shelves. We have barrels on shelves,
Mhm.
and I'm telling you, that thing was sitting perfectly on that shelf, and it ain't moved in 30 minutes. And all of a sudden, the whole barrel just went right off the shelf.
And stuff went everywhere.
Got it on camera.
Dang. I have that same problem, only mine's normally caused by a cat when I'm live on YouTube.
But it could also be from all the creepy clowns that's in here as well. So
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
creepy sales on eBay, so I like to mess around in the creepy stuff and sell it.
and it
Yeah.
always is hidden. So I don't
Yeah.
see it.
RVA Flips does real well with that like creepy clown type stuff too. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You guys ever get like freaked out when you're in there alone?
No. If it don't come after me, I'm okay.
Not too long ago, we had this Annabelle looking doll in this glass case,
Yeah.
and that thing was creepy.
I bagged her.
Yeah, she had a trash bag over her.
So Q got to be kidding. Says your house or your actual, is your warehouse or your actual house haunted more?
House.
So you got like stuff happening at the house too?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty bad there. I mean, you hear stuff, people talking.
People walking across the floor, stuff moving.
I love how you're just like nonchalant. Yeah, there's
Well, I
like,
mean, we used to it, didn't
full blown like apparition walking by, crop dusted me in the middle of the night. And it's,
Not that bad.
we? We live in the most haunted house in the town here.
I don't know if it's the most haunted house.
like any like backstory behind it or anything like that you can share?
On the front porch, there is a bullet lodged in the header of the eave of the porch, and the guy shot himself with it. And they never, in the 50s, they never took the bullet out. The bullet hole's still up in there. We just put some siding over it.
And I think it's his mother died in the front bedroom in a rocking chair by the fireplace.
And his grandkid got ran over by a car in the front yard.
Oh dang!
So it's pretty tragic for the family there in about 8 years.
Rip said he wanted to come hang out with us, but he shouldn't.
Rev's gonna come over there and just like anoint the house and everything like that.
He needs to. No, I mean
it's here in Nola. We do everywhere.
Yeah.
We just kind of joke about it a lot.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about it, so you just take it with you go.
Kathy sent another super sticker, and it's a face going.
Thanks,
I
Kathy.
feel like
Really
to
appreciate
continue this segment, we kind of need to get like flashlights out, and be like this, like the old ghost stories.
We'll have to.
Only I don't have an actual flashlight; I just have a ring light.
Yeah, I'll have to come out with my phone.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Nikki T said Rev will feed us to the ghost.
My beard kind of don't make it creepy looking.
They were talking about
Prevents all the sunlight.
Y'all running away, Rev like tripped you.
Push her out the door and shut the door. Get her.
Chris says, I like the Holy Ghost, but not them unholy ones. I'm a nope.
Amen, Rev.
Well, all I can say is they haven't bothered us. They don't, try to do anything, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
If it starts to attack me or scratch me or something, then I'm out.
Yeah.
We've had crazy scenarios though where there used to be a dog in the house, and like you'll hear somebody feet steps walking down the hall, and then the dog's just like sitting there staring at nothing, growling and showing his teeth,
Yeah.
Our kids used to play with the ghosts.
Yeah, and our kids running up and down the hall playing tag with them.
And peekaboo, yeah.
Like, so, like, you guys, like, legitimately, like, just, like, see them? Like,
well, you don't.
I never seen.
You don't see them. You just hear them.
Oh, gotcha.
It
Yeah,
makes
I
it-
thought like you meant like tag, like they're running up, like putting their hand through it or something like that. Like,
Well, I mean, I'm sure they could see it at the
I
time,
don't
but
know,
I couldn't.
but it's like whenever they're like 2 and 3 years, 4 years old.
uh-huh.
Sure did.
Ain't no party like a Holy Ghost party.
There's a Holy Ghost party don't stop.
So,
There's actually a song like Holy Ghost party like that. I have a clip on my Flippin' Hope YouTube channel of it was a service at my church, and I just like come out and I just start slapping the bass real hard during that song. Like
Sounds
walk through the
something Ray
crowd.
Stevens would sing.
Riff said, "No dang way, I'm coming there."
I mean, he's supposed to be the pastor.
You're gonna do an exorcism.
I think Bill said that maybe you should burn some sage in the house to kill the ghost, and then maybe Rev can come.
We're good.
Kathy
We
sent
got
you a
strong
laughing
faith.
clock.
Oh, thank you, Kathy.
Thank
I
you,
really
buddy.
appreciate that.
Kathy, you were so awesome. We appreciate all of your support.
Just making it rain over here. Appreciate
She
it.
is too. She straight up was like, maybe she thought you were gonna like magic mic it for her, Nate.
She don't want me to magic mic it. Nobody
I mean-
wants to see all that. Nobody wants to see that. I don't even think my wife wants to see it anymore. Like, man, it's too much beard.
Yeah.
Too much beard going around. You know what?
Oh yeah, definitely, Kathy. You're definitely one of our favorite people of all time.
Definitely.
Yeah. Some really good dumpster diving videos.
Hopefully we can get together one day.
Said that he just subscribed to you guys and he wanted to know what state you're in. They're in Alabama.
Right, we're in the northeast part of the state, right on the Georgia line.
Tom Cruise, what's up, man? Nice to see you.
Kathy just dropped the mic on you, Nate.
To the magic mic helicopter.
Oh no! So is that what it's for?
Thanks, Kathy. You're definitely awesome. I really appreciate it.
So just so I know what you're talking about, the microphone is the helicopter you want Nate to do.
No comment.
You got her on that helicopter, Nate?
Yep. Yeah, helicopter. That would be probably my last video I'd be allowed to be a part on in the risk community.
Here's an honest question for you, Nate. So imagine you would stand up and hit that YouTube helicopter, right, with your little mini microphone. Like, what would your
Little
wife
mini-
say if she walks downstairs and you're all like?
She'd be like, "Well, you ain't making no YouTube videos no more."
Next thing you know, Amber comes up with a knife, like, wee, 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 wee.
You'd see this green screen probably get ripped down real quick.
Dude, my wife would straight murderize me if I did some crazy stuff like that on YouTube.
Kent says jacuzzi rides and helicopters.
You know?
I would say but I don't know. I can't confirm. Definitely jacuzzis with Anthony, but helicopters. What up, Turf Beast? You came in a great time. Put on your
Chris,
seatbelt.
And
We're about 2 hours from Chattanooga. I think Chris asked how far we was from Chattanooga.
so that's what Mr. Burns is has up his sleeve for you, Nate.
No, not me. Amazon is definitely will be able to keep me afloat.
Amazon's awesome, dude.
What has been your best month on Amazon so far?
You asking us?
Yeah.
Probably November of this past year. We had a lot of pretty good toys selling for us.
Yeah, I was hoping I was going to do a little bit better last. I did good, for that period or whatever, but I thought I was going to do a little better. But I always have really high expectations and stuff. But
Yeah,
my highest was during.
that was our first, fourth quarter on Amazon, and we were sending in all kinds of stuff, as much as we could get our hands on. And for us being new to it, I feel like we
Did all right.
I exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, I mean, my first ever fourth quarter was on eBay, and then I had like the hottest stuff, but it just wasn't selling, and it was cheaper than Amazon, and it was a good price on eBay. It wasn't like the cheapest, but like it should have definitely probably sold through, but there wasn't a lot of. It just seems like everyone just kept buying more and jumping right in front of me, like they had a repricer like on eBay or something like that.
You have a $5 super sticker here from West Side Gary.
What up, Gary? Appreciate it, buddy.
Gary.
Good morning, man. Hope it's beautiful over in sunny San Diego.
I'm sure it is. It's gonna be more beautiful than it is here in Pittsburgh. It's rainy and gray today.
Right? Yeah, it's gonna be. Fridays aren't too bad for work. So I don't know why. I guess because the 3-day weekend was the only reason I took off Fridays. Fridays usually like one of the easy days for us at work. So,
are you off today?
No, I work today.
Boo.
I took the last 2 Fridays off and had those 3-day weekends. So I got to get through today. If I can get home with the car today, then Saturday at 9:00 I go get my van, and then I officially be in the reselling van gang. So, and I'll have to actually have a legit good working vehicle, hopefully.
What's up, man?
My
So
luck,
Man,
I'll be driving home, and next year, like it just start falling apart as I'm driving home.
Are you gonna give the car to Amber as kind of like a hand-me-down type situation, or have you guys made any plans with that?
Well, they're. I'm not trading it in. I'm definitely keeping it. I'm going to have to finish making my few payments I've left on it, and then eventually we're either going to have to trade it in, or I'll just fix it, and then I'll use the car for my everyday driver to work, and then she'll keep the van as like her, taking the kids here and there type of thing. Unless I'm going sourcing, then I'll take the van.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it's all about the gas mileage and stuff. Especially if I put a new engine in this thing, like it'd be like almost like a brand new car, mostly. You know what I mean? So,
are you excited to put on that official DC sales license plate?
You know it.
It's not official till you're rocking that license plate and you're rolling up to garage sales.
Right. Then they definitely know who they got to fear. The beard.
Yep.
They'll see that license plate and be like, yikes. That thing is awesome. Dude, she did such a good job on that license plate. If anyone needs a license plate,
show it off, dude.
I have it upstairs. Yeah, I like literally tucked it. So whenever I go, I pack like a bag of stuff I got to bring with me to the thing, and I brought the license plate. So
nice.
To make the initial trip.
Freddie said Steeler tickets went on sale. That's what's up. Good news.
I'm gonna try and grab some. Hopefully, I can get some for like the Denver game. Try to get Frank and Jimmy through.
Yeah, that'd be epic. And then maybe we can try to hit up that Dallas one. Go see Grimes out there.
Yeah.
What's up, Sammy? Good to see you. Glad that you're here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they Blue Rhino said they may not have fans in the stadium, so I'm not buying anything till we find out.
I don't blame you there, dude.
Really terrible.
Nikki T wants to know if you guys have a reselling van.
So, actually, right now we vehicleless. I driving my car the other day, and a rod went through the block ahead of it. So I need a new engine for my car.
Oh, man.
But it come to find out, the cams and all's messed up in it. Something to do with it. So the Kia dealership says it needs a whole new engine. And but it's a recalled part. So now they're running tests to see if it was user error or it was the actual recall part that went bad, to know whether they'll pay for a new engine. So I may have a reselling van sooner than I know.
That's
nice.
That's
piece of junk in.
That's crazy. Like that was a recalled part that went bad.
Right.
and it's not like it's like a turn signal or something
yeah,
where you
they're
like you used it too many times or something.
I've had the
Yeah.
car. It's a 2013 model. I've had it for 3 years now, 4 years,
Something like that.
and they're wanting oil changes every 3,000 miles records for the past 4 years. And I said, well, I've changed my oil, 90% of that time, do it
Right.
myself. I don't trust nobody to do it junk. And
Right.
they're wanting, like receipts where the UPC for the filters line up with the exact thing. I'm like, I don't keep that junk,
Yeah.
You know how they know that too because they know how it is around here. So it's just a big mess.
So now it's a waiting game.
It's almost like dealing with Amazon with the car company.
Dude.
Yeah.
You got to have all your receipts and
Right.
all your documentation, and it's
Yeah.
crazy.
And the funny thing was, Kia is actually the one that touched our car last.
Yeah.
So
Tell them I think it was your user. You touched the last. I didn't touch that engine.
right.
We may be having a viral video coming out here soon if they call me and say something like that.
We should have just took it in the yard and set it on fire.
That would have been a viral video. Heck yeah. Could you, that'd be like the most redneckest thing you could do, because then you'd just be having a big old bonfire.
Grab some marshmallows.
It may happen.
Yeah. We still got to get together, Nate, and murderize my old chair, by the way. We haven't done that yet. Now that we're talking about destroying cars and stuff.
We might have to I'll try and get it together Sunday maybe. Maybe after work.
Sunday. Yeah, we can do that. What time are you thinking? Because normally I get me some home cooking on Sunday.
Well, I start at 5, so you know how that goes. It just kind of depends on what time I get out.
Yeah.
So I'd say worst case scenario 1-2 o'clock, and then takes about I think like 20 minutes from my work to get to you. I think, or at least around where we'd probably meet up or whatever. So
yeah.
So I still got some stuff to give to you. I got these cards. I got them shirts.
Yeah. Dude, you'd be a lot cooler if you just off on Monday and you could come over for that cookout.
Yeah, I work Monday. I make way too much money on Monday.
Sure, dork.
I make time and a half. Plus, they give me 8 hours of paid. I make like $450 for 1 day of work.
$450 or eating cheeseburgers with this guy. I mean,
I can Grubhub some burgers.
Yeah, Grubhub it. But will that Grubhub cheeseburger have any of that good Pittsburgh home cooking TLC in it?
Hey, but the thing is, I don't mind leftovers, so I can always swing by after I'm done with my shift at about 10, 11 o'clock and just grab a burger and go home. I'm saying
you could do that.
What's up, Robin?
You could do that.
Good to see you. Cheeseburgers with that guy.
Heck yeah.
As long as you're not doing no helicopters, I'll come eat a burger, I guess.
No, I ain't doing no helicopters.
KJ says
my wife does not allow me to helicopter.
Is there a no-fly zone at your house?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Danik throwing up them links. Thank you so much.
Definitely appreciate that.
We appreciate you doing that. We definitely want to try and get Redneck Resale, Colton, and coordinate some love and some subs. They're a really awesome couple that they do it all. They do the Amazon, eBay, and Posh. I'm surprised they don't do Macari.
Actually, I just started Macari yesterday evening. Like I opened up and I redid my account and everything, listed some of the speakers on there. But I'm actually looking into List Perfectly and a couple other ones to see about carrying over all my eBay listings to there, so I ain't got to do it,
That's awesome.
But I haven't figured it out yet. They seem expensive.
Yeah, they have you can do a free trial on pretty much any of those. I use one called Vendu, and it's cheaper than List Perfectly. It probably doesn't have as many features, But if you guys are interested in it, I could share a affiliate link that will give you a discount on their thing. But they give you 5 free listings a month on Vendu. So if you wanted to try it and
Yeah.
see if you liked it, you can just go to their website and try it for free. It's vendu.co.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
definitely worth.
He says you guys are up to
checking.
505 now. Let's keep that sub train rolling for them guys. Give them
Yeah,
a
I mean,
little cushion.
at first, whenever I used Vendu, I had issues with it, but they seem to have everything rolling really smooth now. They even added in more categories on their cross listing now. Like before, they'd be really vague, like basically like kids, adults, shoes, and then a lot of other stuff you'd have to categorize. Now they actually have it in collectibles and this and that. So, instead of having to go back and change it on the Macari side, you can actually get it pretty down pat from Vendu.
Can you move them?
Yeah, you can import them from eBay over to Macari from scratch. You just have to make sure to get that. You have to buy that import feature.
Nate, we have a suggestion from Kent Daigle for the next release of the Ecom Beyond monthly T-shirt. He would like it to be hamburgers and helicopters.
I'll try to
Or
come
you
up with
could have a
something.
hamburger swinging a microphone like a helicopter.
I'll have to really get creative with that.
And you can have it saying, "You know it."
No, we'd have to do one of your sayings on there. We'll have to figure one out. Add that to it.
Touche.
Touche. There it is. What up, Sonny? Good to see you, buddy.
What's up, Sonny?
Hope all is well over there in Las Vegas. That's one place I want to go visit before I die. Is Las Vegas. See the bright lights and go spend a bunch of money and hopefully have a few bucks in my pocket when I go home for gas or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm a gambler, man, so
Yeah.
sometimes I
placing them bets the best you can.
Yeah, definitely. See what I did with the blaster packs? I got that Zone.
Speaking of blaster packs, I want to make an announcement because Christmas is coming early, guys. We normally do our giveaway the first show of the month, but this month I'd like to do the giveaway the last show of the month. And the reason for that being is we have a special guest that I just lined up last night, who is a professional card breaker. So like this is what he like pretty much does for a living. He breaks high end, sports cards and stuff like that. People go on his eBay store and they bid per team, and like whatever comes out for that team, he sends you. But he has agreed to come on the morning show for an interview, and he's going to do a live break with us, and he's going to be doing giveaways with the break teams to people in chat. So definitely make sure you guys come out next Friday for that. It's going to be epic.
So beat some awesome cards. So.
And the crazy thing is the cards that this dude's going to be opening are like the sets that everybody is like out there chasing. So there's definitely going to probably be some good money to be made for whoever gets whatever teams. And it's free, so you got to love free stuff, especially when you're a reseller.
What up, Paul? What up,
dude,
Jennifer Hayes? Good to see you.
Jennifer? Hey, Paul. Paul's just in time to hear about the free cards. Chris, I'm not sure what sets he's opening yet, but he definitely said that he is more than willing to provide, the stuff for you guys. So I think it's going to be really cool. Yeah, I agree, Rev. This Friday's special guest is pretty epic. You guys are fantastic. I definitely appreciate y'all being here.
Yeah, I've caught in the fever of the cards.
Yeah.
You guys ever collected any cards or anything back in the day when you guys were kids? Any sports cards
I
or
didn't.
anything?
We did we did Pokemon cards, but that was it.
Yeah. I've done both Pokemon and the sports cards, and lately I've just been like completely addicted to getting back into them. I've been doing like these breaks like every night. That's how I met this guy that's going to be coming on, and I had Nate do one with me last night, and he got Doo Doo Brown for his stuff.
Yeah.
He was
I had
not
the Clippers. I had the Clippers. I got 3 Zubovs and 1 Kawhi, and I'm sorry, I got 5 cards. I
You
have
got Kabengele, silver rookie.
he literally opened up like, I don't know, like 2,000 cards or something like that, probably, or something. And I got 5 cards out of that whole set. And the Clippers are supposed to be like one of the best teams in the league. You would think they'd be pretty, heavily in the sets. And not at all.
I've been watching Rev over at Rev Resale, doing them cards, and man, I need to get into it, though. I know that.
Yeah, Rev kills it with cards.
Unbelievable the stuff he pulls out of there.
That new Baptist lottery ticket store he got going on is on fire. What's up,
As long as they
Brian?
don't work their way over here to our Walmart, we should be all right.
That'd be sweet. I mean, if you guys are going out today, definitely swing by and check the card section. So, like I said, you pick up a box, you can sell it literally for 4 times more sealed, and it'll sell fast. Like you'll probably sell it in one day. So if you see them, like try to buy them out. It'll sell fast. Even if you don't know nothing about cards, that's what I tell people all the time. Grab the boxes and resell the boxes.
Yeah. I've been looking for them prism mosaics, like the orange fluorescent. I hadn't seen any yet.
Shane wants to know, even though you guys live in the boondocks, is there lots of good sourcing around you?
We have a lot of like mom and pop stores, and as far as like that, the thrifting goes, yeah, there's pretty good. Rome, Georgia is only 30 miles from us, so
And Gadsden.
yeah, we got a couple of big towns fairly close. So when we do go out thrifting and stuff, we usually drive to the bigger town.
But our town's mainly like an antique collectible town.
Yeah.
So crazy how you go to different areas and it's just like a totally different sourcing area. And that's one of the reasons why, like, I want to really go on the road and really, go on some trips and stuff, see the world, see across the United States and in different towns, and just kind of, really live that picker life. You know what I mean? Even if it's just Amazon stuff or it's a little bit of both, it's just, just to see it, and, be able to maybe have some better eBay picking spots, or, for me, it seems like, like we're talking about like earlier with like Goodwill, it seems like it's all picked over and they're sending all this good stuff up the road somewhere. And, like other people, like I know like Jimmy and Frank from the Mile High Treasure Hunters, like they like kill it at their thrifts. Like they found Wii's and VCRs and 64s, and I'm like, I wish I could find one. They pulled this like multiple times.
You cannot find video game consoles at all in Pittsburgh, but it's like I go to every time I go to Florida, I always come home with Wii's because it's just like they're just chilling there for like $9.99, $12.99, something like that. Just chilling there.
There is one thrift store here. It just opened up, but we've heard a lot about it. And they had Wii systems with one controller for $70.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great.
I'm like, it's not happening.
Yeah, we back before this pandemic, we would take a lot of road trips. Like we would go from here up through North Carolina, through the mountains, and back down a different way. Buying, and from here to Indianapolis, and then back down a different way buying. And that's generally how we like to source. Go out on the little road trips, and we would do that probably twice a month. And we find some pretty good stuff. But like I say, here our town's 1,000 people, and we got 9 antique malls here. Just you have to drive to get the better stuff.
Yeah, like I went to Goodwill yesterday, and I'm like, I was asking them questions. I'm like, like how good, how much stuff did you guys get? Like a lot of the stuff get damaged. I'm like, no, but I go into the store and it's all you smell is kind of like a mildew. So like it's like, oh well, the stuff that didn't get wet but gotten close enough, of course, to smelling like that. It's in the store. And then I'm looking around and there's like literally like no toys that are like worth looking at. The puzzles were very like they weren't all there, and there was definitely no wooden ones like Rev found, because I was definitely double checking those, and nothing like that. The plush were picked over. The electronics was like the same stuff that was there before, literally. And I'm just like, there's no video games. I'm just like, well, what is wrong with this Goodwill? And I know there's good stuff in this area because I go garage selling all the time. And there's a really rich neighborhood in the city that this Goodwill's in. So, I mean, like, literally, like, the only chance I have of getting anything when I go there is literally the clothing. Like, that is, like, basically the only thing that I've seen. KJ, I went to my local one in Bell Vernon. But I mean, I've been to all the different Goodwills, like all over the place, like in our area, from Greensburg to Mobile to, I went to the bins out in North Versailles. They have been okay.
Have you been shanked there yet?
No. Yeah, Bell Vernon's like a really rich area. I mean, like my area and the one next to it isn't, but I mean, like, the only chances I go out to finding stuff sometimes is basically like some of the more expensive clothing that like I'll find sometimes, and you really have to dig through some stuff like to really find that type of stuff. So I mean, it's really upsetting where like you watch some other people and they're pulling out all this great stuff, and I'm happy for them. I'm just like, why can't I pick this stuff? And I go there early. And they're in the day, and then I'll try to go. Sometimes I'll switch it up and go like at around noon to see if they brought out some new like carts or buggies or whatever, like new stuff. They've gotten it down pretty good. Like basically what's left, like what to keep and what not to keep. There you go. little meetup coming soon.
Yeah, we need to meet up with old David. That'd be fun.
Might get us in trouble.
The only problem with like our town and every town right around us is the median income for this area is only about like $40,000 a year. So I mean, it's really poor town, and so the quality of stuff we find isn't that great. Like our clothing, I don't even look at clothing here anymore because it's all like dollar store and Walmart, Target brands.
Yeah.
So that's one of the harder, and shoes, like no good shoes.
But every once in a while you come across the one person at a yard sale that doesn't know what they have and then just give it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those are my favorite people. Or how about the kids that are like a little bit too old for the stuff they're selling, and they're just like, I don't even want this trash anymore, and they'll like basically give it away for free. Those are my favorite people.
I did pick up a NCAA 14 for the PS3 the other day for like $0.25.
Right. How much?
$0.25.
Dude, that's epic.
I had no idea even about it. I knew one of the games were valuable, so I'm like showing him a video, and I'm like, I think this is it, but I'm not sure. And I looked it up, and I like about fell over. So it was pretty awesome.
Yep, that's like one of the best sports titles that you can get, because that's the last one that they were licensed to make. And like any of the college football fans, they have to go back and get that game to be able to play the most recent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely one to definitely look out for. I can't ever find it. I've been looking so hard for it all, online. That's the only place where I found some of those like grilled games is like Shop Goodwill. I found them, but they go for like the lot that they're in just goes insane. So
yeah,
I never really am able to purchase any of them or whatever. But at least I got a shot. You know what I mean? Where in my town,
So you're telling me there's a chance.
basically. But we're starting to get close to that time to jump over to Anthony's premiere. So we're going to start winding it down. Is there anything that you guys would like to promote, or have anything going on, or have anything you want to say to these lovely people?
I do. I appreciate y'all having us on. I appreciate everybody that subscribes to us and watches our videos. We do have a live show on Sunday at 1 p.m. Central with Eric, OBX Picker. So we just now started doing the live shows, with just us and bringing people on. We're going to do them every Sunday, sometime Sunday afternoon. So,
but that's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
We don't just do one spur of the moment during the week, though.
Yeah. But, I appreciate y'all so much for having us on.
Dude, anytime.
Honor.
Yeah, so if we do
And
the ones
there-
we do, so.
There's ever anything that Nate and I can do to help you guys out or anything, feel free to always reach out. And you guys are always welcome to come back anytime.
Well, thank you. Thank y'all so much.
Absolutely. We are having a premiere, guys, in 5 minutes over on my channel. So if you guys would be so kind as to follow us over there, I would definitely appreciate that. Again, we're doing our twice a month auction tomorrow, also on my channel at 3 o'clock. So if you're not subscribed to me, please go ahead and do so. My link is in the description below. And I just dropped the link to the premiere so you can go and subscribe there too. But make sure you guys do subscribe to our guest and show them some love. I would really appreciate that this morning.
All right, everyone. Thank you for being here, and we will see you guys tomorrow for the auction, 3 Eastern. Have a fantastic day and get that money. Peace, everybody.